Hey guys, what's up? This is my review of episode 5 of season 3 of The Boys. So episode 5 of The Boys came out last week and I watched it, and this show just keeps getting better and better. Episode 5 is, it's just, the writing on this show, I wax on and off about how amazing this show is, but it's true. It's just incredible. The writing is spectacular. This show lives and dies by its writing, and it's phenomenal. This review will have spoilers, by the way, so there's a quick warning about that. But yeah, I fucking thoroughly enjoyed this episode. The Boys is the best show on TV right now. It was just, I'm loving every storyline, every character, and just enthralled with. It's so fantastic. It's so funny. It's so meta. I love everything about it. Now, episode 5, we got a little bit less sort of action than we did in episode 4, and we got more writing, more story, sort of. And it worked well. It worked very, very well. It was a fantastic episode. We got more Soldier Boy this episode. The scene with Soldier Boy and Crimson Countess was awesome. I love how they're sort of setting him up to be like Homelander, where she's like, Crimson Countess sold him out to the Russians, and he goes and kills her for that, and he says, how much money did they give you? And she says, they didn't pay me anything, I just fucking hated you. Like that, oh my god, I feel like this guy is gonna, this is my theory, and I know a few other people have said this on Twitter and stuff, I feel like Homelander is gonna team up with the Boys to defeat Soldier Boy in the end, because Soldier Boy is being set up to be a pretty formidable character, and just seems like an asshole. The way he demolished Crimson Countess, which, you know what, I would have liked to see more of her, so I'm a bit upset about that. Although that scene with her and the cameo by Seth Rogen was fucking hilarious. She's amazing. I think the actress name is Laurie Holden. I believe it was Laurie Holden. I think that's right. She's fantastic. I love her songs. She has like a song about about chimps. I forgot the song was, but it was just so funny. She was great. I really wish we got more of her in this show. I think she died a bit too early, but yeah, she was great. Soldier Boy was great. Homelander was fantastic this episode. We got a little bit less of Homelander this episode, but that's okay, because we made up for it and everything else. They really showed how he's like not a CEO. He's not a board member. He's the front man. He's the sort of the show of the business. He's the face of the operation, but he's not the he's not the behind the scenes kind of guy. But he even says that. He says, I'm not a board member, I'm the superhero, whatever. So yeah, that was good. He doesn't understand any of it. That's why it's going to make him realize that he needs Stan Edgar, and hopefully he comes back. But yeah, I love the scene in the boardroom where all the board members are complimenting him. Oh, it's so great being under your leadership, Homelander. And then that one lady says, what does she say? She says something like, what are you going to do about the approval points or something along those lines. It's been a while since I watched the episode. And then he says something like, oh, what's your name? And you can see it in his face that he's like fucking mad and frustrated. And that's, yeah, it was phenomenal. Another character who I thought was actually fantastic this episode was Ashley, the CEO of Vought. That scene with Starlight, I don't know the actress's name who plays Ashley, but she is fantastic, where Starlight's asking her for her help, and you can see in her face that she's terrified, and she wants to help, but she knows that she will get killed instantly. You can see her face change from like she's terrified, and then she reins it back in and says, I'm CEO, next time make a fucking appointment. That was great. I hope she doesn't die, because I know a lot of people hate Ashley, but I really like Ashley. I hope she does not die. Now, I also want to talk about Hughie and Starlight. Now, there was a running theme throughout this episode of Starlight doesn't need to be saved, and Hughie just wants to save her. That's why he loves the temporary V so much, so he doesn't feel weak. And yeah, And Starlight has this really good line to Huey. She says, "I don't need to be saved, I just need you," which I think that was really good as well. Like, Huey has this mentality that he needs to save her and he wants to save her, but she doesn't need to be saved, you know? And yeah, so they sort of part ways at the end of the episode. I'm excited to see I hope they stay together. They're my favourite couple on this show. I hope they stay together. I hope we see more of Victoria Newman and her daughter, what happened with that and the Compound V. I'm very interested to see what happens there. Butcher and Maeve hook up this episode. That's a pairing that I did not expect, but I realise it makes so much sense. They're both sort of similar in a way, but they're also different, and yeah, that pairing was just unexpected, but it makes so much sense, and I'm honestly really into it. I like it. So yeah, Maeve gets kidnapped this episode or something, or killed or whatever by Black Noir. That scene with Homelander where he says, "Oh God," I watched the episode like 4 days ago, so it's blurring my mind. But he says something like, "You want to know what else is funny?" And then looks behind her, and turns around and get a jump scare by Black Noir. That was terrifying. He's like, I don't think they've killed Maeve. I think they would have definitely kidnapped her, not killed her. That's probably leading into next week's episode, which is Herogasm, which I'm so excited about. I'm also kind of worried about. If you know anything about the boys' comics, which I don't, I've got all my knowledge from like YouTube videos and Twitter and stuff. I didn't read the comics, but I know what Herogasm is, and holy shit, I doubt they can go as crazy as they did in the comics, because I have read some panels from that comic, and I do not think that they can go as crazy as they did in the comics. But they've been promoting the shit out of it, saying that it's fucking insane and that we're not ready. I am beyond excited for this episode. It's going to be crazy. I'm so excited to review it. I'm so excited to talk about it. It's going to be insane. Yeah, so all in all, this episode was fantastic, as usual. I am so excited to... Oh, we got a cameo from Paul Reiser, who was just in Stranger Things, as like a Stan Lee type. I remembered I wanted to talk about him. Paul Reiser is great. You know, I loved him in Stranger Things, and I love him in this. He has a really good role where he's like a Stan Lee thing. He used to be like the manager for all the superheroes and stuff. That was really cool. I also want to talk about the scene with Blue Hawk at the end, at the apology, where he came to apologize, but he brought all the cameras with him. That was fucking so hard to watch that it was like painful, and I can't imagine how others felt that relate to that. It's just, you can see how meta this is and how coded this is with, you know, messaging, but it's done so well. Blue Hawk, oh my god, Blue Hawk is like, "I apologize, blah blah," and then at the end of it, people are mad at him because like there's obviously a bullshit apology, and he fucking he throws a woman across the wall and he breaks A-Train's brother's back. And later on in the episode, we find out that A-Train's brother, I don't know the name, I don't know his name, we found out the brother will never walk again, and that is fucking tragic. It could be setting A-Train up for a redemption, to like avenge his brother, and he might kill Blue Hawk or something. I would love that. I think A-Train's kind of beyond redemption after what he did to Supersonic, though. I feel like that whole situation was just insane. And yeah, I don't think that A-Train can be redeemed after that, at least not in my eyes. But yeah, hopefully though, he does team up with the boys and he helps stop Soldier Boy or Homelander or whatever. Now, another interesting story plot that I want to talk about is MM's storyline with Soldier Boy. That is I really want to see them interact, because Soldier Boy, as you probably already know, killed MM's family, and I really want to see an interaction between those two. The actors on this show are phenomenal. The actor who plays MM, I don't know his name, but he's fantastic. You can see like the struggle in his face when like he sees Soldier Boy or something, or they're talking about it. He's a really good face actor. So yeah, that was fantastic. I really want to see more of Huey's powers. We didn't really see much from this episode at all. Yeah, I think that's all I've got to talk about. This was fantastic. I'm so excited for next episode. I will 100% be reviewing it as soon as I can. It is stressful because it is exam week, so it's a bit hard to get these reviews out, but that's fine. I like doing them. But yeah, next week is going to be crazy. Herogasm, here we go. I can't wait. The show is fantastic. I'm loving the season so far. And yeah, so anyway guys, that's it for this review. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts on the show down in the comments below. Bye.